Welcome back to the Minty Mobile Games Podcast, Episode 4. We are already on Quattro. Pretty crazy. But I really had fun having a guest on my last podcast, your friend Jacob. Definitely go check him out if you didn't after listening to that. And if you haven't listened to it, what are you doing? That was my best episode so far. But I have to say I'm a little bit biased because today's guest is definitely going to be the greatest of all time, no matter who comes on. My wife, Jenna. Welcome, Jenna.
Hello, hello.
So I just wanted to have her on here because she is more of a casual mobile gamer, I would say. Casual in a way, but when she gets hooked on a mobile game, she becomes extremely hardcore to where it's almost a religion, but a healthy religion. Now,
right.
Yeah, hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if that analogy made any sense, but so I'm going to just be asking her a series of questions and just seeing her thoughts on everything. And I think it'll provide a fresh perspective of someone who's not super involved in gaming. Like, she has her staples that she'll play on her Switch. I think you've gotten more into gaming over time, don't you think?
A little bit, yeah. But I understand what you're trying to say. It's like, I'm not a gamer, like, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know,
So as when it comes to you and gaming outside of the mobile space, what do you enjoy?
So not mobile games?
Not mobile games. We'll start off with what, what's the earliest games you remember enjoying?
It's always been Nintendo. Always. Except for the exception. Anyway, of Little Big Planet 3 I don't think it was 3. I think it was just Little Big Planet, but it was on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ventured outside of Nintendo. Me and my siblings played the hell out of that game. Still one of my favorites ever. Other than that, I had my DS that I was obsessed with, Mario Kart always. And now I have my Switch. So I have all the Mario games. Will forever be my favorite, but I also got into Animal Crossing. I guess it was October of 2020 that I got my Switch and have been playing on since then.
So why did you end up getting your Switch and getting into Animal Crossing? Was it peer pressure from friends, or did you just see it one day and you're like, that looks fun?
A little bit. I had really wanted my a Switch though, like in general, because I had grown up with my DS, and then I don't know, I gave it to my sister. It got something, you know. I had it when I was 10, so almost 15 years ago. It's so weird. But so I knew I loved those type of games. I really wanted to play Mario Kart, and then everyone was telling me I'd love Animal Crossing so much, and so and then I saw this super cute Animal Crossing design Switch, and that sold me.
Before Switches became extinct and you couldn't find them, you got the Animal Crossing one.
Yes, mine's really cool. White and pastel, blue and green. So
and
that's
then
why I love it.
You got a Pro controller as well,
yes,
right?
Yes, which is also Animal Crossing.
It's cool, man. I think it's a game you enjoy, and you've gotten the most mileage out of Animal Crossing, right?
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, my friends made me play zombies with them, so I enjoy doing that with them. But I don't really.
So when you game alone, it's on Nintendo, exclusively, and
Yeah.
Nintendo games exclusively.
Yes.
But when you game with others, it just depends what they're playing.
Yes.
Gotcha. So if you could pinpoint your favorite game of all time outside of mobile, what would it be?
Of all time?
Ooh, it's a hard one. I didn't even prep you for any of these. These are completely off the cuff. I told her kind of a gist of what I'd be asking, but a lot of these are just, like I said, a natural conversation that you guys are listening and participating in.
Honestly, probably Super Mario Bros.
Ooh, on the DS, the new Super Mario Bros?
No, so the one on the Switch is almost identical to the one that I had on the DS.
Okay.
But just, obviously new and improved features, but just the side scroller, I don't know, just classic Mario. It just doesn't get old, man.
Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. You guys know I'm a fan of platformers, and I discussed that to a good degree on my channel, and wow, who would have thought I would have married someone who also likes platformers, which I didn't know. I really started dating you, and I had no idea you liked video games, other than you said you played Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was like, oh, it just seemed like it was something she did with her siblings.
Right.
But you've kind of turned into more of a gamer, especially with Corona and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were, dating for over a year, or close to a year by the time I got my Switch, so.
And did you know I was as much of a gamer as I am? Or was I pretty good at hiding it?
I feel like you told me right off the bat because you would like pull up funny videos from your gaming Instagram, and if you have a gaming Instagram, that means you're pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, accidentally. Yeah. I think I accidentally added
you. That's what happened.
Was.
We were just starting to hang out, so we're like, we need to follow each other. And you followed me with your gaming Instagram, and you were so embarrassed.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed because I had just made this is still when I just barely got back into making YouTube videos. And this was like barely, like not even consistently. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make a gaming Instagram for my clips, just for my buddies to go check out and stuff. And I made it, but I forgot to switch it back to my normal one. And this is when I was like, your boy had some game. We were exchanging some Instagram stuff. And I freaking added her on my gaming page, and she realized I was a loser. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
I never thought that. You're projecting.
Yeah, it's true. She's also very intelligent, and she has a bachelor's degree in psychology. So
do you.
I know. I'm just saying that's why she said projecting, which is a psychology term, which you guys can research on your own time. But there's a little bit of your gaming background. You really like Zuma. I'm surprised you didn't mention Zuma.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But it's because I guess in my head, it's like that was just like a website game, like a PC
like not an actual game.
Yeah, so it's like in my head that was never a quote unquote video game because.
Could you go to it on like a web page back in the day?
It was PopCap. That doesn't exist anymore. PopCap.
But it used to be a website?
Zombies, yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore. It's so sad.
But we get all the PopCap games on Xbox.
I forgot. I'm going to play one.
Games
right now.
Pass. Yeah. And remember, I have them all.
That's true. Zuma.
Literally
I love that game.
Yeah, Zuma is like a marble game. If you guys don't know, I think it would do so good on mobile. Why have they not done like if you just tapped to aim and shoot it?
No, I just hate on-screen joysticks though.
Yeah, and we'll get into it now. Now we're kind of going into mobile a little bit. So. What is the earliest mobile game you can think of playing or enjoying?
So full circle. Mm-hmm. I got my iPod Touch in 8th grade, I think.
Dang.
And I got like a 19's gift card. I was so stoked. And I bought a bunch of games. And one of the games I bought was Tiny Wings.
Tiny Wings. No, Tiny Wings. Now, I have a video.
On Temple Run. But...
Oh, and Temple Run, you said?
And Cut the Rope with like
Cut
that
the
little
Rope with
green
the guy
monster.
who eats it?
Yeah, it was in that era. So I got like all of those
all
games.
of the classics?
Yeah.
And Tiny Wings was your favorite though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I made a video with Jenna, and we kind of interviewed her on Facecam about Tiny Wings specifically, because what were you? A top 1% player? Less than 1%. Yeah, you top 1% player out of how many players?
13 million.
13 million players, just top 1% player. And how many hours do you think you put into that game?
It's like, for a while, it dropped off because I found a different game, which we can get to later. Mm-hmm. But my number one used app, because something that I do, again, like I said, not like a hardcore gamer, but I just like to have a lot of things going on at once. And so much of the time I'll be listening to music or podcasts, and then I want to have like my hands active, like in the background,
doing something on
quote
the side.
Unquote. Yes. So
something
I choose games that I can, while I'm listening to stuff, I'm also doing something with my hands. So.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And that's why because you listen to a lot of podcasts too.
Yes.
So those went hand in hand, and obviously. So you basically perfected that game. You maxed everything out.
Yeah. But now you failed to mention that's currently. So I had Tiny Wings on my iPod Touch. I loved it. Again, iPod Touch is lost to the times. And then Wayne bought me Tiny Wings, like the app.
Yeah, because it was a paid app, and she didn't think it was the same thing, because she was describing it to me, and she couldn't remember what it was. It happens to me all the time too. And I was like, no, it's definitely this game, because you guys know me. I'm an encyclopedia of mobile games. I know everything when it comes to mobile games almost. That sounded really conceited, but you guys know what I mean. But I was like, it's definitely this. And she's like, well, it's paid. Like, I don't want to. She definitely was a casual mobile gamer and didn't want to spend money on a mobile game, because that's just absurd. And so I just bought it for her for like $2 or $3. I think it's $2 actually, $1.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bought it for her, and our dogs are.
Hold on, Benji.
He's freaking out because we're in the separate room, and he's having attitude.
Yeah.
But I bought it for her, and it was the exact game, and that's like what birthed your mobile gaming experience once again.
And I didn't finish my sentence. I was gonna say it was for months my number one used app, like weekly. Like me and my friends were like pulling up like comparing our screen time or like whatever, and mine pops up. It's like number one, Tiny Wings, and I was like, and I like tried to hide it, and my friends were just laughing and laughing, and I was like, listen.
And here's the thing: most people do have that one game that they play a crap ton on their phone.
Yeah, like
even if they're not a mobile
Candy
gamer.
Crush?
Yeah, Candy Crush. Have you seen moms and grandmas with that stuff? They're reaching numbered levels that I can't count to. It's pretty interesting.
Wild.
Yep. So what's another mobile game that you have enjoyed as of recently? I remember you had that like weird bird spike game. It involved another bird and you jump from walls to wall. Company
yes,
made it.
I love those games for a long time. Like I like cycled through a lot of them. And it was called like Don't Touch the Spikes.
Yeah.
And that's the common theme for me. I don't know if this is going to be
you can take it wherever you want.
Is that I love collecting things, like a checklist of things that I have to get. I have to get all of them. I will play it until I have all of them. So that game, you just buy different birds with the candies you collect. From
and what does the gameplay? You obviously don't try to touch the spikes, but how does it work?
Tapping.
You're tapping.
It goes from side
Are you
to
flapping
side.
a bird?
Yeah. Yes. So the more you tap,
so it's like
the higher
Flappy
it
Bird
goes.
almost.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. The
Flappy
same
Bird with spikes.
mechanics. Yeah.
And you go back and forth.
Yep.
Okay. And I remember you literally completed that game in like what, a month?
Or something like
you
that.
like just
I think you
balled
have
out
a video
on it.
of like me showing you
Yeah,
all the
I really do. Maybe I'll insert it in this video, but I won't promise it. But yeah, she balled out on that, completed everything there was to complete, unlocked everything there was to unlock without spending extra money, I assume.
Yeah.
And then what was it after that, do you think? Any other games that you got into for a little while?
The Crashy Cats.
Crashy Cats.
Oh my god!
I didn't know you were gonna like that one as much as you did.
Love that one.
This is at the time when I figured out what she was enjoying on mobile, and like she said, she enjoys completing stuff, collecting stuff, and she kind of likes the endless runner or high score games where you try to last as long as possible, and then you just redo it. And Crashy Cats. So what is Crashy Cats?
Like I said, like I said again, mindless games. I can listen to a podcast. You just go until you die. It's not like quests or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Crashy Cats, you jump around a house. Well, it's just like constantly scrolling, and you're trying to knock as much stuff over as you can. So there's different like levels. You can like jump to like a table and off. I don't know if I'm explaining
No, you're
this
making sense. So you're jumping on all sorts of objects.
But you're constantly moving. So it's like you're going to earn points no matter what, but the more you jump, you can knock frames off walls.
So you're
whatever.
trying to cause as much destruction as possible.
Crashy Cats.
Crashy Cats. You're trying to crash these cats, huh? Who would have thought?
And the last cat was it was white and had angel wings, and I saved all my points to get that cat.
And did you unlock all the cats that you could without spending money?
Yep.
Dang. And I remember you were pretty upset because you were like, this game is glitched. I've solved everything and it won't give me anything new to do. And I was like, did you beat it? And I think you beat it past a point where the developers didn't have anything new. And then you downloaded an update for it.
Yeah.
And then they had more new things for you to do.
Yeah.
So you beat these games to the point where developers weren't expecting you to beat them. That's legendary.
Thank you.
We have a Hall of Fame gamer. We have a goat in our midst. So other than Crashy Cats, what else comes to mind?
And then the only other one that I've been obsessed with is Super Starfish. Super
Starfish. Now this is one that I just remembered recently, and we also interviewed you for this as well, huh? For the Super Starfish?
I'm trying
or
to
maybe
remember.
I didn't.
I think I sent you the gameplay.
Oh yeah, you did the gameplay.
But you just did it by yourself, yeah.
Yeah. So what is that? I feel like this is probably your favorite mobile game of all time. Am I right?
Oh, yes. So, essentially, it's like underwater but set in space, hence Super Starfish. And you have a sanctuary that you can like plant plants in and stuff, which you earn obviously by collecting shells, which is the currency in the game. And it's an endless runner type and it's set, again, it feels like it's underwater, but it's all like solar system-y.
Yeah, it's
so
like
you're
space themed.
Like dodging through like asteroids
and
or like
shooting stars.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It's a beautiful game. It's
so
probably the most
pretty,
artistic
and
game I've ever seen.
The music, yeah, like all of it, like, yep.
Is it like relaxing or like zen-like?
Yes, but also very like I'm very intrigued because it's like I love watching like what's going on or whatever. And again, my favorite part about it is there are so many starfish to collect. So many. Like every sea creature you could possibly imagine, they have it. And the cool thing about it is if you click on it, they have, and I'm obsessed with animals, they have a little, like a real picture of it that like pops up as a blurb, a real picture of the animal that it's based off of, and its name and a fact about it. It's so cool.
So you're getting educational with it as well.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
out of all these games, when it comes to, you're obviously a veteran or connoisseur of the high score chaser, kind of like collect-a-thon type games. What do you think makes a perfect game of that genre, in your opinion? What would a perfect game need to have to make it like a really good high score chaser, collect-a-thon, endless runner? What's the most important stuff?
I'd say the collectible characters, because that's what, like in Tiny Wings you have a lot of tasks to complete, and I still love it because it is super like mindless and like I'm good at it now, so it's like a nice distraction, but you don't change the character at all, and so you can get bored of it easy, where it's like with like the Spikes one that we were talking about or Super Starfish, there's so many like things to collect and then to play with, and then it's like
So like the things that you collect become the goal, and then it also rewards you.
It's so exciting, like to get a new
shiny thing to play with,
and choose your favorites, or I think I like the most.
Do you think the gameplay is the next most important thing?
Yeah.
Like, does it really matter? Is it weighted as much as you think?
Like I said, as long as it's like for me, as long as it's straight and narrow, that I don't, because it's again, Super Mario, my favorite, because it's the direction you're supposed to go. Yes. Like, so it's not open world. I don't like that.
I guess that is a high school score chaser. Like, they always have a very clear goal or direction that you're going in. Interesting. If you had to make one, what would it be? Would it be like involve dogs, obviously, right? So you'd collect dogs and like stuff for them to wear? And then would they be
breeds
running?
Of dogs, different breeds of dogs.
Would they run through like an obstacle course or what? Like similar to Crashy Cats almost?
Yeah.
But not causing destruction?
Yeah. I'm like brainstorming. You can't ask me questions like this. I'll get quiet
wondering.
and be like,
yeah. Do you know, is there like a movie series or a TV series or something that you wish they had a mobile game that was good, or that you could play and do something like that? If you could like turn a movie series or...
Not really, I guess, because like I also had like Lego Harry Potter on my iPod Touch, and I really did like that. That's a little more open world, but there's clear objectives. It's simple enough that I like
semi open world,
yeah. So I don't know, not that comes to mind, to be honest.
I want a good Harry Potter mobile game.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
They
came out with the Pokemon Go one of that.
Oh,
did you know that?
I didn't even mention.
Oh, you missed it. I forgot you had a phase of that. Okay. Was it good?
What, the Harry Potter one?
Yeah, what is it called?
I can't even remember.
It's been a while, though. It's like a story-based one, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. But I was going to say, the thing I didn't mention is also that I've stayed consistent with for like 3 years now is Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah. We'd missed like one of the biggest ones.
Biggest collectible game that literally exists ever.
And so obviously the collectible aspect, but what else keeps you playing
so cute. Well, my friends, like I have a big
it's a huge
friend
social
group
aspect.
that we trade our Pokemon, we go get them together and stuff, and so that is a huge allure for me. But truly, because you are constantly just like collecting Pokemon.
Yeah.
All the cute ones. You want to get the best ones. You want to get the like 3-star ones of that specific Pokemon. So anyway.
Yeah, our entire friend group pretty much plays Pokemon Go, and I'm like the black sheep. Like I'm the only one who can't get into it.
Lame.
Which is weird because I love Pokemon, but I just can't get into it.
Well, you don't even try.
I've tried. I've given it a couple
I've
tries.
Seen.
Yeah, I haven't tried since we've been married, but I've tried multiple times in the past, and it's just like the gameplay itself is just I prefer normal Pokemon so much.
And I don't like normal Pokemon
because you have no direction.
Yeah,
in the newest ones, they have more direction.
So,
but That's
Anyways,
interesting.
yeah, I
Pokemon
forgot
Go.
to mention that. That's been a major one for me for a long time.
And that's like a never-ending one. You're gonna have that one for a long time.
Yep.
Especially if the social aspect died out. Do you think Pokemon Go would be as good for you?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not as. I think I would still play it, but a huge thing is because you and your friends raid together. You send each other gifts, you know. So.
Yeah, trade with each other and stuff.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think if the social aspect wasn't there, Pokemon Go would have died long ago, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'd be surprised, though.
That's true. Pokemon fans
People
are
are
ravenous.
hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm just like along, these are cute. And my friends are like, anyways, a lot more knowledge than me. I just do it because it's cute and fun.
So here's a random question, kind of going back to what we talked about before.
Yeah, sorry, that was a little...
No. This is how I like this podcast, is we just talk and we forget that we're even recording. Like, it doesn't have any really like regiment to stick to. But here's another question. So it just occurred to me, Animal Crossing has no direction, but you like it.
Well, listen here. You're on an island, so it's not totally open world. It's very, very... Like, you could run from
limited
side to side in, like, 30 seconds or less.
Okay.
Right? And you know your exact... You, like, set the layout
But there's
of
no
your island.
tasks.
Yes.
Is there?
Well,
just kind of like open-ended tasks.
but the main thing is they have... You are supposed to fill your museum with every type of bug, fish, fossil, and you have to collect those. And it's on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you collect all the fish, you collect all the bugs.
Have you tried the Animal Crossing mobile game?
No, you tried it. I remember.
I tried it.
And I watched you play it. And
I
it
didn't
seemed
like
fun.
Animal Crossing. I didn't like Animal Crossing in general. I just suck with those type of games where you just like kind of build your own life kind of thing. I've just never enjoyed those. I get the appeal, but personally, I've just never had fun with those. I've tried it a lot. But yeah, the Animal Crossing one, it just seemed like a very condensed version of it.
Even then, I do get overwhelmed with it. Like, I do have a lot of fun with it, and I just make it my own. But, like, in comparison to other people who play it or my friends that I know, I am nowhere near, like, this stuff. And I've never played a world-building game also. So it's like, I'm really, like, feeling it out, and I do get frustrated or burnt out, whatever. But I do think it's, again, cute and fun. I like collecting my fish and my bugs. I like, seeing or they always have like something like holiday going on. So it's like, for Halloween you can like grow pumpkins and then make like decor for your island from the pumpkins. So I think that's cute. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
So if you've made it to this part in the podcast, please leave some suggestions for mobile games that you guys think Jenna would enjoy in the comment section down below. I think that would be really fun. So you guys have heard her kind of taste in mobile games, and you guys, I guarantee you some of you guys have a suggestion for her at this point. So if you've made it to this point, go down in the comment section and let Jenna know what she needs to try out, and she'll be peer pressured into doing so.
Yep.
Now, we've heard the things you love about the mobile games that you've played. Now, what do you not like about mobile gaming?
I don't like entire touch screen. So it's like I like a very simple, like if I'm swiping back and forth or pushing, my thumb up and down, that's fine. But like I mentioned before, I don't like having like a joystick or like a D-pad.
Like physical controls, but on a touch screen?
Yes, I really don't like that.
And do you just feel like they're not done very well?
Yeah, I just feel awkward. I'm not used to it.
It has like a learning curve to it?
Probably.
Yeah. I agree. I think there's some games, although they're in the minority, some of them have really smooth controls on touchscreen, but it does have that weird like getting used to not feeling anything with your fingers. But once you get past that, after the first few minutes, it kind of clicks.
Also, solely because they drain my battery a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to be careful about how much I'm playing them because, I can't always, like I'm at work, I'm at my internship, and whatever.
I never think about that, actually. That's something I should probably look into more with like my content in this channel. Is covering. I used to in my reviews. In my reviews, I usually mention if it drains your battery or not.
Yeah.
But that's interesting that you mentioned
Pokemon
that. I
Go
never
does.
really pay attention anymore because I'm always near a charger, so it's just like whatever, Yeah, Pokemon Go because of the GPS function. I'm sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, what do you game on? What kind of device do you have?
I have an iPhone XS.
XS. Wow, high class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big screen.
So,
That's also probably why my battery died. It's a big screen.
A bigger
to
screen.
Power.
That's true. And plus, we
it's a little outdated,
submerged
but...
it. We completely submerged it in Jamaican waters. Yeah.
Which we didn't plan on.
Yeah. Her Face ID doesn't work anymore because we thought that it's waterproof to a degree, and she had a case on it. And there's supposedly,
and we
never submerged it more than like 10 seconds at a time.
I know.
It was pretty dumb of us not to be prepared with some sort of thing.
I literally thought we were going to be like looking at the waterfall. No, we were climbing up
through
the pools of the waterfall.
It was so cool, but I think if our phones would have been safe, we would have had so much more fun.
We were stressed, yeah.
Yeah, we were stressed. We kind of knew. We kept them as dry as possible, and yours still works.
We should have just asked. We should have risked it and asked the other people in our group to put them in their little phone pouches.
Yeah. Well, geez, looking back
at
it.
Anyways.
Well. Yeah, what a tangent. You guys are getting it all. But is there anything else or closing remarks that you'd like to leave the podcast? Any questions for me or any questions for them?
Not that I can think of, but I would like suggestions. Wayne has a hard time convincing me to try out a game as well. I'll have him show me them beforehand before I'm willing to download them.
Yeah. I feel like I'm about 50-50 at this point. I've been really on point
when you
lately.
you hit. Yeah. And then when you miss, I don't touch it again.
Yeah, that's so true. It's not just a mediocre game. You either hate it or you love it.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys, and I'll update you guys in a future upload of the podcast what she ends up enjoying. Maybe I'll have her hop in and say, I enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, pop a sub, and comment those suggestions for Jenna in the comment section down below. Just an update. Your friend Jacob will be coming on to a podcast in a future episode as a guest. I just really appreciate his company on it. I love his thoughts. I think he's a very intelligent guy, and it's just really good vibes all around. And it just makes the podcast a lot more pleasant for me to do, to have like a constant companion to talk through things with. And I just think he has a really great perspective, and he's really good on a podcast, honestly. So I hope you guys will welcome him with open arms on future episodes. He won't be like a permanent guest star unless he wants to be, but he will be appearing in the next episode, and it will be a great one. We have a great subject lined up, and we've been brainstorming together. So thank you, Jenna, for doing this, and I guess we will say goodbye. Love you guys. Hope you're staying safe, and take it easy.
Bye.